I'm just gonna do all of them, but I'm gonna break them up. Yeah, just starting from the beginning.
Too loud though, I think. Too high pitched. Maybe because you're
Wish my microphone sounded good.
It's fine.
Shitty blue Yeti. Is that what?
I want a blue Yeti that works.
Wait, is
I feel like if I sit real close to it, it sounds.
As we go through this, I am gonna pause the video just so I don't miss stuff while I'm talking about something that just happened. Because I feel like that's gonna happen a lot. If I say something, I'll miss something else, or
Do they have Winston?
yeah, just lose track of where I am. So I'll do that occasionally.
I don't know, but it's kind of
Or like every time I have to make a comment, unless you're between skirmishes.
Nice.
What the hell was he thinking? But yeah, they have Winston.
Okay,
They have a widow.
this point in time, right around here, this is where I'd be seriously wondering if someone was flanking you, because 3 people are dead, but it's been a while. The card has made it like kind of like up here. There might be someone flanking you soon.
He's down main at low ground.
There he is. There he is. Okay. You reacted to that, but not fast enough.
Yeah. I'm gonna move back.
And part of that is because if you're expecting it to happen, you react to it like from pretty much at the same time it happens. If you're not expecting it, you're always going to react late. So with Zen, you kind of have to expect it to happen, predict that it's going to happen.
Yo, on your right, on your right, on your right, on
Junk's
stairs,
in the
stairs,
top window. Wraith. He was going.
Just as a tip, when Reaper is in Wraith, when Zarya is in Bubble, when there's DM on, what the fuck is her name? Diva. When Diva is DMing or when Ryan has shield up, those are all situations where you want to be charging a shot because you can't really do anything in terms of actual damage in any of those situations anyways. So to ensure that you're going to be able to do the maximum amount of damage when you can, you charge the shot while those are happening. So you're just basically more efficient with the damage that you're doing.
Left room.
This is good positioning here because you have a lot of places you can go.
No Wraith. Getting him.
What? How's that not flashbang?
First. Move out. Is there no Wraith in the back?
So don't feel like you didn't do anything wrong there really, but don't feel like you have to keep backing up when you're getting advanced. Like there's a lot of ways for you to sort of avoid, sorry that's my dryer, there's a lot of ways for you to avoid people without having to move backwards, and a lot of that has to do with like playing Ring Around the Rosie with like different objects like that fountain
Behind you, Reaper.
in the center of
Reaper's doing
that
too
first
much
point.
damage.
I'll show you what I mean in a second.
Nice hold, nice hold.
I can pull him, but he keeps going in Wraith form.
Oh, what the heck? Oh.
I just kill everyone.
Dragon.
This is a decent position. You just have to watch the dive.
Almost dead.
Wraith.
But what I meant is like, now that we're here, it's gonna take forever. I'm like making way too many comments. So if you're here, which is where holy shit, that's way too big. Hang on. Okay, so you are here, which I liked, and the reason I like that is because if someone comes in this way, you have cover from them. If they come in this way, you can back this way or you can back this way. If they come in this way, you can back this way again. If they come in this way, you can back this way or this way. So you have so many options when you have two sort of island objects and you're standing between them. That's great because it gives you line of sight and it gives you places to go. So you have a lot of options from that position, at least when they're further up here. Once they start coming back, you can withdraw back here, but don't just move directly backwards because then you'll eventually just hit a wall and then you get fucked. So you could always like come back up and go around this way or this way, go in here and then come around here, you know, travel in circles. There'll be more examples where that makes more sense later if that doesn't make any sense.
He's seriously good actually with using his rifle. It's pretty solid.
Yes. It's hard to
Oh yeah,
still
no,
fly.
this is good position. This is fine.
Right, Ben?
What? Anybody needs some
Try to
healing?
bongo high noon, so just let me know.
No, I'm the only healer, my friend. I mean, actually, wait, no. We got my boy Zen here. What am I saying? I should say is that he's our only DPS. I'm good.
There's no
He's
raid.
no wraith, he's getting out.
Winston's behind.
Monkey behind, monkey behind.
Junkrat's behind?
Discorded. He's ulting.
Keep him discorded.
Good charge shot. That was a good instinct there.
And bongo.
May not have
Put a
landed
wraith on
100%, but that's kind of what you want to do. Is the idea.
Keep ready to scream. He can't heal.
He's out. Beautiful.
Discorded. Attack. Slow.
Oh my god.
Diva
Right
discorded.
side.
Holy
Laura,
shit,
Laura.
monsters on these guys.
Laura discorded.
Reaper has ult.
Carry me, ethnic otter. Yep, there it goes.
Eat it, Spoopy.
Beautiful.
Heh.
Diva.
All of it.
Put a smiley face. Get him tilted.
Another victory! Just a little longer.
More airballs, man. Tired of that shit. Oh, behind us?
I don't have last
boys.
sight on it.
Diva discorded.
Reaper in the back.
Left.
Docking.
I'm gonna die here.
So,
why is it every-
just a quick note, like, you had been charging shots. When you have a positioning like that where you have a ton of peak cover, like, right when they're sort of advancing in through the choke, that's when you want to be, like, really charging up your shots. Once it gets in the skirmish, like, into this, it's harder to do that because there's a lot going on. You have to move your balls around a lot. But when they're coming in for push, that's when you want to just keep charging shots down the direction where they're coming.
Every time I do this shit, I never die.
That was a good trans. That's a good trans.
Hi, sir.
Discorded. Diva discorded. I'm
Okay, the one thing I will say there is never stay in the place that you ended up when your trans ended. Like, that's almost never a good idea. You have to sort of, I saw you trying to, like, sort of pull back again, and I thought you were going to pull back further to, like, another safer spot, but then you stayed in still. When you trans, you're in, like, the middle of everything. That's kind of the point of trans. But once you goes down, you're still, like, floating square again. So always have a plan when you go in, how you're going to sort of back out into a better position.
Steven's behind.
I'm getting 1v1 by Diva here. I don't mind doing this. It's kind of fun.
Diva's out. Spread.
Aw, man.
Diva's white one.
I have all 70% of my health.
Yeah, I'm walking back with bongos.
We got, be on our way, be on our way.
Oh, damn.
Reaper in the back.
Yeah, that's what I meant about that position's
Well, I'm
good.
dead
You just have to
100%.
watch the dive. Like, as soon as you
Might
even
as
get
well
a
dive up.
sense that, like, Diva smells you,
Laura gets out way
just
too
be
fast,
ready to
guys.
drop down and pull break line of sight with her. Because she'll fuck you up.
One of you left up there.
Do you want to peek a little bit?
Nope.
No.
Junk's coming left.
Oh, I have to reload.
No
my
raid.
bad.
Mercy's coming behind. She's discorded.
On you.
Diva can't heal.
I might have to swap off the shield since Reaper keeps.
Nice shot. That was good. Okay, well, Yeah.
Oh, that's squished.
Okay. So I saw you try to back out. It was the issue is like the timing of your back out. So
No raid.
watch that again.
Mercy's coming behind. She's discorded.
Oh, and you.
Diva can't
This
heal.
is fine. This is fine.
I might have to
Here's your
swap
good
off
junk
the
shot.
shield since Reaper keeps fucking me.
Okay, right here, you only have one person in here, and it's Soldier, right? And he's tac vising, so you put an orb on him. That's all good. You're all good. But he's not really getting value out of this, and he's gonna die. Yeah, as soon as you see him like pretty much on the way to death, like probably even like a second before he dies, because again, you can't do anything if the orb's still on him. If he's like within seconds of definitely dying, you need to get the fuck out like immediately from this, because he's the only person there. So right now here, your team is like behind you. So not only can you not apply orbs to them, you're frontlining as Zen, and you're gonna get so fucked. And you did back off. Just you got to do it like the whole point with Zen is like you got to do things like fast, almost like every movement you make against the enemy is like, oh, I knew that was gonna happen, and that's why I reacted to it that fast. And that's pretty much how you play him. With Reaper too, if he's coming up on you like that, if you break line of sight, like if you backed up immediately and went like right here in this little crevice, he would probably be baited to continue to push you because he doesn't see anybody else. Like I'm right here. I don't know if Tyler's still on the high ground or not, but he's gonna keep probably trying to chase you. If you back off immediately and curve around this corner while charging a shot, as soon as he comes into your line of sight again, just let go and you can fuck him up. And he gets baited into a fight that he's going to lose.
I have, oh, someone's asleep? I don't know why I put asleep.
Yeah, my shield's not health pinning us. Give me those are.
I have, Nanu.
We're gonna go. No? Guess not.
We tried.
Yeah, but you can still get there in time.
Alright, the Diva's at 75%.
That's a good instinct there. Like you saw, they were coming up and you were charging a shot. Again,
Reaper's coming
it
in.
doesn't really matter if it's like
No raid,
landing
no raid.
at first. Like your execution will improve over time with that. But the good thing is that you're doing it.
Even, Tracer's coming up, top left.
Yeah, like this is the kind of those are the kind of shots you want to do. Like when they're trying to peek through a choke, charge and shoot. Yeah.
Reaper. We just got 4 in front, including Reaper.
Oh, okay.
Oof. Looks like you got that trans like
Who needs
just
who
in
wants
time to
get
save
Zen?
almost everyone.
Or who's supposed to ult? No?
Oh,
No raids.
okay.
Reaper?
You reacted to that just again not fast enough. Like you saw her come in. Damn it! I'm rewinding too much, too far back.
Reaper. We just got 4 in front, including Reaper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, in retrospect, that was probably not necessary because Tyler was DMing it, and Anna died anyways, but I probably would have done the same thing. You see the Reaper go out, you get your roll, you're like, ah, I'm saving you. No, that was fine. Like, I don't think that's a huge issue.
Who wants to
It's
get
kind of a hindsight 2020 thing.
Or who's supposed to ult?
But here's what I wanted to, yeah. This Tracer is going to come in right there. She's behind you right
No
now.
raids, Reaper?
You have to turn around immediately when she flits behind you. And it's a little risky because again, you have this front line, but the front line wasn't really, I mean, at the time she got behind you, the front line was still doing okay. If a Tracer gets in behind you like that, I mean, she didn't end up actually doing anything. She ran back to her team and then the front line exploded. But if she comes in like this, you immediately spin around and discord and then start tracking her movement. Because if she's back here and you don't turn around fast enough, you've now lost track of her, like, her movement, like, 2 moves ahead of, she's like 2 moves ahead of you in terms of, like, blinks. And you'll just get more disoriented if you can't track her when she's on you, the minute she's on you. I don't know if I explained that correctly. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities with like
What's the
flankers
button
to
for
explain what I'm
there?
talking about better than I just did.
The button for what? Oh.
Wait, they're so bad. Holy shit. You can fantastic. Oh.
But if I'm sure that I mean, it looked like you definitely saw her and you like didn't want to turn around, and I don't blame you for it. But
Yeah.
if there's a flanker like a Tracer or a Genji, and you know they're behind you, it's pretty much that's like your top priority, because yeah, if you die, then you can't help anyone up front, anyways. And you know all that it's Mercy, obviously, but with Zen, since he has 0 movement ability, it's like really important to react
if you
like
believe, you shall receive.
at least in the way you plan things, react faster because you
I'm
don't have that
looking
ability
forward
to
to
like instantly fly to someone else. You're stuck where you are. So you always have to have a plan of where you're gonna go next and how you're gonna maneuver.
Yeah.
And that's really the main thing. Like otherwise, like your default positions are good, I think.
Or just roasting.
And I haven't seen
eyes.
any like major issues
Every
with like
time.
your harmony or anything yet.
That
So
looks.
Nah. This should work.
it just
What?
seems
I'll
like
make it
because
work.
it seems like you have a lot of transfer as far as like the harmony and stuff from Mercy. So I think the main thing so far looks like it's just your ability to handle like not having any movement.
What's my heal button? E? Right click?
Yep.
I think your shift, isn't it?
Nope. Right click should be default.
Yeah, because I'm beautiful, babe. Check out my wood lining. Pop, 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 pop.
I'm gonna go around the right side and then get the high ground.
Alright, we're gonna do the ultimate Bastion strat. Arisha shield behind me while I shield.
They
Okay.
have a hand soap. Oh god.
Reaper behind, discarded.
Just kill him like get amnesia.
Discarded.
I'm super low. But,
Yeah, and just again charge those shots when
no
he's in
problem.
race
Oh,
form.
the Diva's half.
Then he'll die faster when he comes
All
out.
I do is win, might as well. Come on,
I'm discarded.
I can't,
Oh,
like, get up
May's
to
Ice
the
Block is
first
actually another really good example of that.
Ryan's lit.
Ryan discarded.
Situations where you charge shots.
Oh, I gotta reload.
Good reaction to him.
Messes him.
The right idea with that charge shot.
Versus down. Reaper no rape.
Or a right cart.
Moira, no miniature wraith, I guess. She's a wraith, I guess.
Reaper's on cart.
No rain.
Good orb on ult and Bastion. Oh, okay. Here. I'm gonna see if I can hear her, because I think
Oh,
I
I gotta
heard her and I
reload.
was focused on talking
Messes him.
about the Bastion.
Versus down. Reaper no rape.
Or a right cart.
I've always heard
Moira,
whine
no
like way too much. Sorry.
Miniature wraith, I guess. She's a wraith, I guess.
Reaper's on cart.
No rain.
Okay, yeah, I you hear her go whatever sound she makes as Diva. As soon as you hear that, and that's coming from your like your top right, according to your audio, right? Diva is so fucking dangerous to Zenyatta, especially if you're kind of like sort of peeled out from your team, like the way you are here. Like you don't have any way to break line of sight with her very quickly. You don't have, let me play a little more. There. You don't have any way to break line of sight with her really quickly. You're not going to kill her in time because she has too much health, and your team is not going to body block for you because you're up here by the payload. So as soon as you hear her, like, again, always be aware of her in terms of like being able to break line of sight and stuff, but as soon as you hear her, you need to immediately try to seek to break that line of sight again. So I think the fastest way to do that here is either to run forward Or I don't know how far the payload is. Probably like hide behind the payload, the left side of the payload, and then call it out. Because you can't face her like this; she'll just kill you, even with like Discord on.
Hey!
I can't get up here.
I can't see anything. It's not good. Oh well. Just shoost them.
It's shield the back. I got the front.
Come out, Mercy. Yeah, bitch. How'd she not get shot? What?
That Rico was pretty dumb. He raped him.
Oh wait, that's like I'm lagging.
Why aren't
That was a
the boys
decent
doing
trans.
that?
That was good trans. Bastion may have died, but I still think it was a good trans.
Hanzo, left side.
Oh, I almost got you, Ben.
Diva discarded Taylor.
She's out.
Nice sir. Oh, that's
That was stupid of him.
How long has Tyler been Falcon
low.
now?
probably know that.
Oh, either way,
There's
not.
not. No Wraith. No Wraith.
The ult secured the
He's
push.
out.
Oh, that
or
really
that's
sucks,
good,
maybe,
yeah.
doesn't it?
Let's kill this.
Oh well. I don't even give a shit.
That was a
I
good
get back
instinct
so
with a
fast,
charge shot again. You kind of you're coming around a corner and you let it go around the corner. Right here, same
There's
thing.
a
Good
pipe.
job. Yeah, this is the kind. This is what I'm talking about. Like what you're doing now is good. Like you may not be hitting anyone, but like eventually you'll get a sense of
You
like
gotta reset the
Down.
timing in terms of like when they're gonna come in advance or peak again, and
Oh god.
that habit
No, wait, no,
will
wait.
be really good for your
So
Zen
bad.
play.
Oh damn.
Close out.
Good charge shot. Oh,
She's out.
Fine.
I'm coming. Oh hey sir.
Nice.
there. You kind of kept Orb on me a little too long. Like I'm not the one who needed help there. Soldier did. Luckily Ryan came in. But yeah, as far as Orisa and Harmony, like definitely, she's definitely like a tertiary target. If I'm like really in, or if an Orisa is really like deep in, or a Ryan is really deep in, then it's definitely good. Or if they're like super low and for some reason like Mercy can't get to him or she's dead, that's fine. But like it looks like Soldier was kind of in need of it more than me there. There you go. Now
I'm
he's
gonna
on.
play a real DPS now. Don't worry.
Basically always want the Harmony on like the furthest
One ult
in
soldier.
character, the one that's
I
the
just
one
gotta
that's
go.
engaging the
Oh,
most.
wait, I thought it was
And if there's more than one, like the smaller target that's engaging, like a Genji, obviously, or McCree.
Check out my bongo.
Discarded behind.
Like, see Ryan's charging in there. That would be a good Harmony target. Just theoretically, I don't think you need
Guys.
to do that there, but especially because of the Diva ult. But
I didn't want to die.
She's out.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Why can't I aim? Yeah, shoot him for me.
Oh, he returned the favor. But we got a mercy res. Hi. I'll return the. Oh, what?
Ongoing.
That's unlucky. That trap was right behind him. That's so unlucky.
You are all much. Okay. Diva discarded.
Nope.
He's out.
Thank you for.
Wait, did you
Let's
see
get
that?
Soldier out.
The Junkrat bomb just like bounced off my shield. Huh?
Oh, that was good. Again, good
That's
sort of instinct
no
to charge a
teleport.
shot. And then
Oh, no
Whoops.
race, no race.
Shit.
Whoops.
Wait, that's a mistake. We all know that.
So like right now, Ryan is a good harmony target.
They are.
Where's
I
the-
timed it better. My
Better?
mistake.
See Ryan's ticking down there.
Mercy's lit. She's
Aw.
running.
You know what? This Mercy is lit. Yeah, I'm just deciding at this point. You know what would be really good? The Sombra if you guys can pull it off.
He was top right.
Wherever it is, put in.
Those were good harmony switches there.
Keep it no raid.
No raid.
Looks like Soldier needs to pick that area. See, Ryan's a good harmony target here. He's engaging.
Let's move it up.
Now,
Alright, watch this
see, who do you
prediction.
have it on now? I would say McCree is a good target from here.
1.
Or, Soldier.
Oh!
Or Mercy.
Warrior on card.
Got him.
Well, Ryan's in again. Ryan's being pretty aggressive, so I'd say, like, he's...
What?
That sucks. Yeah, I would have tied to that, too.
Dog in a sec.
Keep in the back.
Okay, this is retrospect. I do think, given that you've been holding the trans for a while and how little time is left, that you could have possibly trans that to save your life in that situation. But again, in retrospect, like, you see a lot of things with trans that may not really apply in the heat of the moment. But just something to consider, you don't always have to trans to directly counter something else.
Alright,
Although
watch the
that will
prediction.
be probably the most useful
1.
use of it, like the majority of the time. But in this case, especially considering that you had the Valk go out, one res was already used. McCree was dead-eyeing. I don't know if it was Ben. Yeah, Ben was dead-eyeing. It looked like there was a full commit there. So anything you could do to keep that specific push going was would be good, which is why I think that maybe the trends would have been good there. But again, that would be something that I would probably fuck up too, and have to look at my VODs later and say, okay, in those kind of situations where we're doing a full commit for alts, it's more important that I keep myself alive when we're low on time like that. You do that all the time when he goes into Wraith, like, he'll just get fucked up so fast. Good, that was a decent trans, except, yeah, the tire. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. That was a good trans, it's just they just burned a ton of alts and you can't do anything about the tire, and it went off at the same exact time as the slam. So there's no way you could have, like, held it by hearing it, because it was pretty much the same exact time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say overall, like, positioning's pretty, like, fine. Just sort of getting used to how to maneuver around when things sort of get crazy or when you get dove. And then just using your charge shots more. You're definitely using them, just like I would say you could probably stand to use them even more than you are now.